Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, you know what? I did a reading yesterday about the next headlines we're going to see, and I did say we are going to see Catherine and William together, possibly, and I said possibly outside making an announcement. And they were making, I thought it would be about her health, and it was about congratulating Team GB in the Olympics. So I don't know, what do you think? Is that a hit or a miss? So, anyways, I love this new planetary layout that I have, and I'm going to use it with Lenormand cards this time. Now, I am using, it's called Simply Lenormand, and this is from Etsy. I'll hold it up here and you can maybe search for it yourself if you're interested. I have no link for it. It comes in the regular playing card size, and that's the size that has the matching planets. It also has the zodiac with it and some other extras because it's 52 cards. And remember, Lenormand is only 36. And I also have the small little travel size. And so that's why I thought this is going to be perfect because then I can put the small travel size on the planets. So, without further ado, let's get a planetary reading. What do the planets want to tell us about King Charles? What do the planets want to tell us about King Charles? And just a reminder, we have Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. All right. And I love her cards. I love this watercolor look. I've always loved watercolors, and I've taken a course how to do watercolors. I've been fascinated by them. They're just so soft and gentle in my mind. All right, King Charles. What do the planets want to tell us about King Charles? What do the planets want to tell us about King Charles? Cards are ready. Man, these are tiny. Oh, cross on the moon. Oh, look at that. That's big news. The tree on the Mercury. The anchor on is Venus. So him and Camilla are fine. Ooh, mice on the sun. Books on the Mars. He's keeping a really tight lip. What's going on? Oh, lilies on the Jupiter and coffin on his Saturn. Okay. What's underlying the garden? His public persona, him being out in public. All right, so on the moon, he has the cross. Now, this is his emotions, and this is his cross to bear. It's his cross to bear, whether it is his birth path that he is taking to be king. It is heavy on his mind right now. It's heavy on his emotions right now. This cross that he must bear, whether the cross is that all his troubles are out in the public, all his to be, this ill and have to continue his duties, to emulate his mother. And I want to show you something here. When the cross and the coffin show up at the same time, that tells me that somebody on the other side, someone who has crossed over, is heavily on his mind, is heavily influencing him right now, is heavily influencing his emotions, because the moon is emotions. He may be having a little bit of mental stress, what's going on right now. I'm not saying a full breakdown, but definitely a lot of the burdens are on his mind right now, on his emotions. Now, the tree is on his Mercury, and the Mercury is communications, e-commerce, that kind of thing. And we have the tree, and I think this tree is health. And I think he is holding some stuff back from us about what's really going on. And I think everybody's been saying that for quite a while. I think he's sicker than he's letting on. I think he is trying to keep it all together, keep it behind closed doors. And of course, we have the cross there. So that could be a burden as well, that the communications around his illness. Now, there is a unwritten rule about you would never, ever, ever mention how sick the king is, because many years ago they thought the king was the harbinger of the community. And if the king is sick, that means the community is going to get sick. That means the community is going to have a breakdown. That means the community is going to dissipate. And the community is going to have struggles. And I want you to put 2 and 2 together right now with what's going on in the UK and what's going on with the king. The community is an echo, is a reflection of what's going on with the king. And I know that I just saw something that Camilla was very angry at him for saying something. And he split the difference. He says, well, tell him I have cancer, but I won't tell him what kind of cancer. Think of the cancer that's running through the UK right now. Maybe there's something to that. I don't know. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. On his Venus, he has an anchor. And this is he's very secure in his relationship, in his partnerships, in his love. He's very, very secure in that. And, and that can also be relationships, like with his sister. That doesn't necessarily have to be a love partnership. His partnership with William, his partnership with Anne, his partnerships, with his equerry and whatnot. He's very, very secure in that with the anchor. Very secure. That's one of the things that are going right in his life, is his relationship with Camilla. His love life, let's put it that way. His love life, his friendships, also, the luxuries in his life. He's lucky to have the ways and means to have all the best care in the world. That's also part of that. Now the sun is, he has the mice, and that's loss. Is that an actual literal loss of the SON, the youngest son? And look at that. This mouse has 2 little ones. So is this the actual loss of the SON and the 2 grandchildren that he never gets to see? So the middle, the sun, is actually what is the largest pillar and what is currently on the mind of the person you're reading for. And when we have the cross and the coffin and the loss, I think he may have I've read that he has made up his mind that they're dead to him. That could be. It could be. Right now. And maybe that might be part of, some of the burden that he's carrying, that he just doesn't have time to deal with those stresses right now. So he's kind of filtered through what he can deal with, what he can't deal with, what's important to him. And that's maintaining calm in the country or whatnot, or continuing his duties, or not abdicating. And so he's got this list of stressors right now. And it looks like, well, sorry, Harry, you're one of the stressors that has to go. I can't abdicate. I'm not, I don't want to abdicate, but I just simply can't put up with this anymore. Might be it. Also, on his Mars, which is his conflict and aggression, we have the book. And so when you look at the book, you look at what side is closed and what side is open. And so what's closed is the mice, the loss of the sun. So that is non-negotiable right now. It's closed. That book is closed. It's closed. Did I mention it's closed? Now what's open, I want to show you, which is very interesting, is the lilies, the peace, the integrity on the Jupiter. So I think what we're seeing is closed for now. Remember, the sun changes every day, morning, night, every day. And unless you're exactly on the equator, every day the sun is either longer or shorter. The moon and the sun are the fastest moving planets that affect Earth. I know Mercury's very fast moving as well, but the sun affects us every 12 hours, approximately, general rule of thumb, but it affects us every day. We have day and night, which affects us immediately. Or like, are we warm or are we cold? We know, and the moon affects us as well. It moves around in 28 days. So right now, today, this is what's going on. The book is closed to Harry and the children. Now, what's open, though, he is open to is the piece of Jupiter, expanding peace, expanding integrity, talking to Lily, meeting Lily. These might just be, literal. But let's get back to Mars here with the conflict and aggression. There's other things going on in his life that we are not privy to. And the cards are serious about that. When you get a closed book in your reading, don't even bother asking for clarifications. Their lips are sealed. So not only the book is telling us what's closed for now is Harry and the children, but he is open to negotiations in the future. But he also has, I would say, he has 4 things going on in his life right now. And, of course, he's got his cancer, he's got his children, maybe, something to do with his leadership and something else. But it's not Camilla. Absolutely not. Not Camilla. He's got a good anchor there. So Jupiter is things where we're lucky, and our money and things that expand. And I think that he is lucky in that he will eventually have peace of mind before he goes, because the lilies come before the coffin here. So he will have peace of mind. He will overcome these aggressions here. He will become softer. He may, get rid of some of these aggressions. He is open to peace talks with Harry later on in the future. Right now, it's like, I'm full. Please go away. I'll call you when I'm ready. And sometimes this could be an expansion of peace into so far that he does abdicate, or that he's like, okay, I am getting close to the end, right? I just want to live my life in peace with my wife and the people that are close to me, and I want to go in peace. Because lilies and coffin are a funeral. I'm going to tell you that right now. Lilies beside a coffin are a funeral. And you think you put, lilies are the traditional flower that you put on top of the casket. So with the coffin here, the casket on the Saturn, he is definitely thinking a lot about the end of his life. It is definitely coming up pretty closely here. And we have like the 8. Could that be 8 months? I don't think it's 8 years. 8 months. It could be during the month of an 8th, like August. And believe it or not, October is also an 8, because Oct is 8. But there's something. He could be the 8th of the month. There's something to do here with an 8 on this Saturn. That will be the endings. But for now, he is definitely out in the public, and I think that is part of the cross that he has to bear. Wow. Wasn't expecting something that heavy for him. Okay, let's now do Camilla. I'll do Charles. I'll do everybody as couples, see how they match up. So let's do Camilla. The Lenormand. Let's clear them. Let's do Camilla now. How's Camilla doing? How's the Queen Camilla? How is Queen Camilla doing with all of this? Knowing, with her being the anchor of Charles and knowing all of this is going on. Now, some readings I've done, Camilla is not happy that he is taking this out as far as he is. Okay. Lenormand. What say you, planet reading for Camilla? Lenormand planet reading for Camilla. Okay. Oh, that was interesting. Cut. Oh, okay, the man on the moon. That's the man on the moon. So the man of her emotions. She's all over the map with Charles. It's her top of mind. Everything he does, is affecting her emotionally. Maybe, what is she preparing for? That this is the end. I don't know. This is definitely. She's throwing everything into him. Like he's just top of mind all the time. Top of mind all the time. What's on her Mercury? Clover on the Mercury. Oh, the dog on the Venus. The bear on the Sun. The snake on Mars. Stork on Jupiter. Oh, Saturn, mice. Underlying star. The star. And when I do Lenormand, the star is not Diana. So, so yeah, the on her moon, your emotions is all about Charles. All about Charles. So that's another thing that tells me something more is going on. On her Mercury is Clover. Right now, she can't do a step wrong. Out and about, she's dressed properly, she behaves properly. Well, behaves royal. I shouldn't say behave like be a good girl. No, she is keeping secrets that she needs to keep, but she's talking enough as she can. So right now with the Clover, in the next little while, she can't do a step wrong. Camilla, and you have to commend her. These last couple of months, she hasn't done a step wrong. So I think we're going to see her just being great. This is a very lucky time for her to communicate as well. So if there is something she wanted to tell the world, this would be a great time to do it. It would come out perfectly, eloquently, and the people would be very happy to hear it. The Venus, the dog on the Venus is friends. She's got a lot of support, a lot of great loyalty. There's lots of loyalty around her with this Venus. And so she's got a lot of support. So she's trying to be the anchor see how these couple readings turn out? She's trying to be the anchor for her man. And yet she's got these loyal friends, sisters, family around her that are supporting her. So she's got the support to support him. Now, the bear on the sun is sometimes your efforts will bear fruit, but it's also the bear is, your hard work pays off, but some people can be jealous of that hard work. And I think at the crux of the matter here right now is, bear with me because we haven't got to Saturn yet. The loss of her husband may bring out some envy in other people. Not that she's lost her husband, it's just that, she's the queen where she is now because of her husband. She's the queen consort, but then she'll become the dowager queen, and she's a little bit worried about that for some reason. She's worried about, somebody who is younger than her might have a bit of envy about that and create some problems with that. So that might have something to do, hear me out, that William just, canceled the contract for her sister. So is that a harbinger of how William's going to treat Camilla in the future? Maybe he's going to cut back a lot of things for her. And it might only be because that's just what you do with a dowager queen. Like, you have to remember Camilla's not his mother. That's not the king's mother. So it's not going to be the same as the queen mother. She's going to be the dowager queen. And is she worried how she's going to be treated afterwards? Maybe once Charles is gone, it could be Harry who has gloves off. He's nothing to lose now. Nothing at all. Is it going to be Harry that she's a bit worried about? But she is definitely, it's something that's on her mind. It's the pillar card, it's the central card. Interesting that that's what's on her mind. Well, because guess what? Here in Mars, we in the aggressive and the conflict is the snake. The snake is a jealous person. So that is interesting. That comes right after the bear. One of the things with Lenormand is the stork is the only one who can eat the snake, because the stork does eat snakes in real life. But when the stork has its back to the snake, it can't see the snake. When the stork is facing the snake and can poke it with its beak, the stork can defeat the snake, and the snake causes no harm. But this conflict is on this snake. And generally in Lenormand, the snake is a dark-haired female. It could be a third party. I don't believe there's a third party involved in this right now, just because we have these other cards. So it's not a third party. It's a dark-haired woman that is actually causing a lot of conflict and aggressiveness. I don't think that dark-haired woman is Catherine. I honestly don't. I think it's somebody else. And that might be where this worry is coming from another whole different camp. Maybe this person is blackmailing some information. And you know what? Maybe it is Catherine. Maybe her and Catherine have had a falling out, but I've never read Catherine as the snake. Catherine is, to me, the snake is the other one, because she just slithers along the ground and she attacks without you even knowing. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's who I think it is. Also, this snake can be defeated by this stork, and generally, I just can't get that it's Catherine with a forked tongue. I just can't. You just see there's just too much closeness there when you see them out in public and whatnot. I'm not getting that it's Catherine, so I'm just going to kind of delete that. Also, the other one is a Mars personality. That's why I think it's her. I think there's still a lot of conflict and aggression there. And as I've read before, Camilla has told Charles it's me or Harry. And I think I'm correct on that. And Harry's only seen his dad for 12 minutes since I read those cards. I think Andy took off in a helicopter afterwards. I think King Charles has made it very clear he has chosen Camilla, and showing this amount of support, he made the correct decision, because he certainly wouldn't be getting this amount of support from the dastardly duo. All right, so let's get to her Jupiter, which is the stork. And the stork is change. And so there's going to be a lot of changes in Camilla's life coming up, and changes that are expansive, meaning big, huge changes. And it has to do with loss. It has to do with loss on this Saturn. So, that would be, usually stork is change of home. If the home shows up, if the fish show up, it's change of job, right? The stork also eats fish. So that income's gone and you got a new source of income. But we got the stork on the mice here. So some kind of loss is going to bring a big change to her life. Don't want to say it out loud. I really don't. But we do have the stars here, and your guiding star is going to get you to your goal. So what's her goal? Is her goal to make her husband happy and peaceful in his last few days of his life? Yeah. Yeah, so it does match. The couple's card does match up. I'm not getting though any particular date or time as much as I did. The mice card is quite a bit weaker card than the coffin, so I'm not putting too much into that. But I'm seeing that there's some kind of big change due to a loss in her life. Okay. Um, but yeah, right now, and there's nothing she can do about this aggressor because the stork's back is to this snake. There's not a lot she can do about the aggressor. All right. Well, that was King Charles and Queen Camilla. That's what the Lenormand wants to tell us with the planet reading. Next, I'm going to do William and Catherine. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. It came out Monday. This week is nature and signs in nature and how it can guide your light and life. Thank you for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.